I'm Kirsty Crozier. I've been working now at Grangewood Care Home for approximately, I started in September 2017 and obviously it's now June 2018, so coming up nearly a year soon, very scary. It's difficult, it is a difficult job, but it's very rewarding. Lots of different hats being worn at different times. You have to be a lot of things to a lot of people at different times. But generally on the whole, it's probably the most rewarding job that I've done so far in my career. Working with the residents in particular is lovely. Then you have all of the staff as well as all of the relatives, and then you've got your wider community as well, so you sort of get to know everybody and get to know a little bit about everyone, which is really lovely. Prior to managing Grangewood, I've managed another care home over in Durham, and prior to managing that home in Durham, I was managing a care home in Northumberland. So this is my third care home now after leaving the NHS as a nurse. For this particular care home, it's brought back a more sense of community. For the two previous care homes that I managed, the community links weren't as strong as what they are here. Although they were very strong in themselves, it's a different kind of community here. It's very close and tight-knit. A lot of our residents are local residents. A lot of the families are local, so it's really brought back that sense of family, which is lovely. Just the way that all of the relatives bring in the grandkids, and the residents' eyes light up when they see all the grandkids. It's lovely. All of the staff who have dogs bring the dogs in, so that again, that's lovely, and it just brings back what it is as proper family life. And I do have family myself, but I'm not massively maternal, and it's brought back that sort of importance of family life and how really important it is. And a lot of our residents are quite elderly now, and it just makes you realise how quickly time goes and how frail people become and how precious life is. So it can be long days when you're living in a care home. I suppose it can be long days when you're living at home on your own as well. And really the meal experiences are key to that, because you have your breakfast, you have your dinner and you have your tea, and they're the three key things that people really look forward to. In between those times, you've got activities. So you have your reminiscence, you've got your board games, whatever. You've got singers, you've got entertainers on. So in between those times, hopefully, people are being sort of constantly entertained, if you like, or stimulated, and they're not feeling too lonely for too long. And because we obviously are a communal home, there's plenty of other residents who can chat to each other, so they're not feeling isolated. Yeah, definitely. Staff and myself and visitors all form strong bonds with each other. So a relative might come in to see their mum, but actually they talk to somebody else's relative too, and then they become friends, and that's sort of how it works. Likewise, staff who work here, a lot of the time you can't help not form strong relationships and attachments. It really affects you when people pass on, when they're not very well, when they're having a bad day. Even like if you go home and a resident's had a bad day, you're thinking about them when you go home, and you're thinking, I wonder if they're having a better day now. So you do feel for them, and you do get to know them. And actually every now and then you find a resident who you really connect with, who you can see a lot of yourself in, or they can see a lot of you in, and then you talk about experiences, and they've had a lot of experiences that are the same as what you've had, and you learn loads from them as well. And again, that forms a bond. Like, they'll give you words of wisdom, they'll tell you about things that they used to do with their families, and it resonates to what you do now, and it's lovely. Yeah.